Hi everyone and welcome to tonight's Skylark Soundbite. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Have you ever had an embarrassing story, an embarrassing situation happen to you? Well, you know that it happens to me all the time, and today's is coming from the reel of 2002, a special year for embarrassing stories, and this one involved going to a Daniel Bedingfield gig. Well, at least it was supposed to. Do you remember Daniel Bedingfield? I gotta get through this, I gotta get through this. It's about 2002, 2004, a couple of albums, great music, used to love it. And we had a mutual friend, and so it had been arranged for Nikki and I to go to the gig and to have a backstage VIP pass. We were very excited, but we couldn't go. And so at about 11 o'clock on that evening, our friend phoned us up, and I was chatting with him about how the gig had gone and saying sorry we couldn't be there. And then he said, "Oh, I've got a surprise for you. I've got Daniel wants to speak to you." And he handed the phone to Daniel Bedingfield. I suddenly froze. I didn't know what to do. "Hi mate," I said. "Hi," he said back. "How was your gig?" "It's good, thanks." I'm now running out of things to say. "Sorry I couldn't be there." "That's okay, no worries." Oh, and then eternity passed by twice, and then he said, "Well, it was good speaking to you. See ya." And he gave the phone back to my friend. We concluded the call and we hung up. And I turned around to Nikki and I said, "Oh my goodness, that was dreadful. I wish I could relive that moment. I could go again and ask some decent questions." And that was I carried a watermelon moment, you know, if you know the film. It just felt terrible, and I wish I could have made a second first impression. And that's really what I want to speak about today, second first impressions, because it's so easy for us to judge other people on a snapshot moment, on that first impression moment. Let me make up an example. Let's say today I go down the street and I see somebody shouting at their child in the street really aggressively. Very easy for me to form an opinion of that person, their parenting style, of that child's life. But I could be wrong. Actually, it might just be a stress moment because somebody in the family is ill and it just all got too much for that person in that one moment, but that is not what they're like normally. But it's easy for me to drive past them in the coming weeks and say, "Cool, look, there's that shouty mum who always bellows at their kids, poor child." Do you see how easy it is for me to get the wrong impression, perhaps? When it comes to Jesus, Jesus never judges me or you on a snapshot moment. He is much more interested in judging the whole person, the heart. Take comfort from that today. And if you don't yet know Jesus, but you think, you know what, he wouldn't be interested because of this snapshot moment or this snapshot moment, he's not interested in your snapshot, he's interested in your heart. And I want to challenge us as well as we go about this next week. Are there any people who we have formed a judgment of based on one or two pieces of information? I want to challenge us to get to know the whole person. Is there a way that we can start to build relationship and maybe have our minds changed? Because for me personally, I would love it if I could have an opportunity for some second first impressions with people I've met throughout my life, and I'm sure you're the same. So why don't we extend that grace, that love and that mercy that we have received from Jesus to those around us and give other people an opportunity for a second first impression. Great speaking to you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.